Comrades, members of the various SA governments, dear participants in the first sleep of SA heads of state, good morning. It was a great pleasure and an honor to be here today. A blessed date, a memorable date, July 6, 2024, here in Niamey. First of all, let us give thanks to God who made this day possible. We thank Him for everything He has done for us until today, and everything He will do for the people of the AES. Please allow me also to pay tribute to the Nigerian people, these people who have suffered so much since the advent of the CNSP, and who continue to remain standing. Thank you to the Nigerians who gave us a warm welcome yesterday when we set foot on the soil of our homeland here. You are more than friends, you are more than neighbors, you are our brothers, you are our sisters. Because fraternity goes beyond friendship or neighborhood. We have the same blood flowing through our veins. In our veins runs the blood of these valiant warriors who fought and who reserved these lands that we call Mali, Burkina, and Niger. In our veins runs the blood of these valiant warriors who helped the whole world get rid of Nazism and many other scourges. In our veins runs the blood of these valiant warriors who were deported from Africa to Europe, America, Asia, or whatever, and who helped build these states during slavery. In our veins flows the blood of worthy men, of robust men, of capable men. And for this, let us be proud and thank you for being a national of the AES. Africa, this continent which has suffered so much and which continues to suffer because of the imperialists. These imperialists have only one cliché in mind: Africa is the empire of slaves. This is how they see Africa. For them, Africans belong to them. Our land belongs to them. Our basements belong to them. They have never been able to change software until today. It's deplorable. But how does he do it? It is unfortunately since the 1960s that these 6,000 acres of independence were given to Africa. They just placed local valleys at the head, according to them, of their sub-prefecture to be able to continue to supply them. These local valleys that we are going to describe today as living room slaves have no other guide than to seek to live like the master, to satisfy the master, and to do everything that the master dictates. They steal, they plunder our states, take everything to the master, and their wealth is kept with the master. They do everything to live like their master and always satisfy him. When the master commands, they execute. Do you know who these parlor slaves are? We will explain to you what it is. These are individuals who have no dignity, who have no morals, who have no personality. But the slave master always knew how to identify these individuals. They are always ready to betray their brother to satisfy the master. They have betrayed us since independence, and others continue to betray us until today for the benefit of their master. These individuals always continue against all odds to plunder Africa, to help the master to plunder Africa. They like to say it every year. In their economic survey, Burkina is the poorest country, Mali is the poorest country, Niger is the poorest country. We are ranked among the last. All right, if we are as poor as they say, but when the time came to take responsibility, we asked these masters to leave the place. Why don't they want to leave? Because we take the case of Niger. For more than 40 years, certain countries have exploited uranium to produce energy at home. From Ottawa to Paris, the streets are illuminated. It's light. But in Niger, it's darkness. Security that served us. When you go to our states, our soils are drilled all over to search for precious metals such as gold. But often, there is not even the slightest accessible road to reach areas where they exploit some basic social services. This is why we decided to revolt and take the destiny of our countries into our own hands. There are many other examples, but when we decided this, we were approached by some parlor slaves to give us their master's message, because they had created this sort of polymer chain that sticks up at the head of our states to serve them. And we have come to break the chain, and it's inconceivable for them. They therefore approached us and asked us to join the ranks to form part of the elite who must lead Africa because they have a trained and formatted elite who must follow, who are embedded in this chain. We refused to join their ranks, and from then on, hostilities began. They have led several mercenaries, trainers, and agents into our areas who have descended into the Sahel to hope to carry out barbaric, cowardly attacks against our populations, to hope to revolt them. In addition to these attacks on the ground, communicational attacks, manipulation, disinformation, etc., are full in their souls. But the people of the Sahel have understood, and we will never be able to manipulate them again. They know where they come from, they know what they are doing, and they know where they are going. We are not going to allow this anymore. People are awake, and people are fighting today, not for ourselves, but for generations to come. And thank you all for the fight that is being fought. It never makes us cry. We are not going to tremble. We will face. We will fight for real independence, for our freedom. Because to scare the people of the AES, these individuals only have 3 terms in their mouths: democracy, freedom, human rights. Of course, their local values are only elected in a democratic process, free and transparent to, according to them, their values. What could be more normal that people want to impose this on us because they are the ones who make the rules, all right? We decided to take responsibility for ourselves. This is why on May 26, 2023, when Niger decided to turn the page, the slaves of Salon and their masters mounted the high horse. They put their local values forward and decided to wage war against the Nigerian people. We therefore said, whoever dares to attack Niger, we will face, because we will wage a merciless war until the last drop of blood for anyone who dares to attack our states. This word, this decision that we had yesterday, is relevant today and will be relevant tomorrow and forever. Thus, the AES was born on September 16, 2023, in a mutual defense architecture. But we found it necessary to extend and enlarge the AES architecture. What brings us together today must allow us to move into other areas in addition to defense, notably finance and the economy, infrastructure, health, education. Anyway, so on. I therefore hope that this moment will be a story for us that we will write for the AES, but especially for Africa and for the whole world. May God enlighten each and every one of us. May God inspire us in these tasks entrusted to us, and above all that, when we carry out all our work, may we have only one thing in mind: the supreme interest of our populations. On this, we pray once again to the good God that He accompanies us all in our various tasks, that He protects our fighters who, thanks to them, allow us to sit here and exchange around the future of our states. So be grateful once again, Nigerian people. Be united and united. People of the AES, thanks.